Just want to do a comparison video on Time Warner Cable versus AT&T U-verse. Not DirecTV, this is AT&T U-verse. Mind you, both companies have merged now, and U-verse now comes with a satellite dish that's got DirecTV's name on it, but in the past, about a year ago, you used to be able to get AT&T U-verse television and internet service, which consisted of just cable boxes and internet. No DirecTV satellite dish. But this is Time Warner Cable's cable box. It's an Aris. This is their whole house enhanced DVR. This is what actually records the shows on, as AT&T's box that actually records the shows on is an enhanced DVR as well. Other boxes are playback boxes, so this is Time Warner Cable's Aris box. If you can look at the back of it, it does not have a digital coax output. It's got a digital optical output, or a toss link. I want to see really quickly the outputs I've got there. HDMI, blah blah blah, fed by a coax, so on and so forth. So, just want to show you the guide. Only thing is, same remote they had 5 years ago. Cool thing is, though, it does light up, every button, blah blah blah. The guide, though, looks like such. It's okay. The main thing about Time Warner Cables versus AT&T's guide is AT&T actually shows what's on the channels. You know, picture-in-picture up here on the right. Instead of being what's live, I prefer to see what's actually on the channels I'm searching for. So, Time Warner Cable, that sucks, but it's a downfall. Both pretty fast services. For TV at least, and no lag. Usually with the Time Warner Cable, some of that digital fucking lag, most of it not, but yeah, pretty comparable in that sense. Now, this is one of Time Warner Cable's playback boxes. It's a DVR playback box, so I'd have to look at the specifics of it, but I believe it can record shows that are played back on any DVR, and do something else that like an enhanced DVR can't do, but a whole house can, or something, or vice versa. I'm not sure, but give you an idea, this one actually has both digital audio outputs, a digital coax and a frickin' toss link. So that is a toss link below there. It's the optical. Yep. So you got digital coax, and then your component, your composite. You're obviously fed by a coaxial and HDMI. Both have HDMI. Blah blah blah. Interesting one about this one is it actually says Dolby Digital Plus on the side, which the other one doesn't. But whatever. Pretty small. Big difference. Time. You know. And this is on a new Sony 4K TV, mind you, but. Big difference is here is AT&T U-verse stuff, not DirecTV, which you get today if you order. Okay, people, you can't get this today. If you call AT&T up and order U-verse, this is what you would have gotten a year ago. Today, you order U-verse, you'll get a DirecTV satellite dish. But main difference, here's remote. Only things that light up are menu, pause, freaking guide, mute, and last. I don't know why. A pretty small remote though, basic 2 AA's. Cable box. Which one's the DVR? The DVR is actually this one. You can tell the difference. Obviously, a huge, spinning disc hard drive in there. 30-watt power supply instead of like a 20-watt Cisco. Playback box. Okay, it can record, but it's actually recording on that. Same thing with that. That can record, but it's recording on one in the basement. Or, if you want to get technical, what I did with Time Warner Cable, this is unique, is for the bedroom, mind you. You can just do something like this. This is actually the same thing that's down in the basement. Let's give you an idea of what's going on here. This is the same thing that's in the basement. Right, but notice, see, you got your USB, and you can connect an eSATA or Ethernet there, got a fan, all new. So, what I'm going to tell you is, though, the main difference here is you have got to have the Time Warner Cable boxes enhanced whole house DVR. So you can record on this, plays back on that one and the one in the basement. However, you can't record on ones that are lower than this. There are lower level lines of boxes than this, but you can't record on them. Biggest thing is you can record on this. So, Main difference though, here's the big thing with Time Warner Cable. You are fed by a coax cable, the only downside. So, smart people that care about technology are going to go with Time Warner Cable. Faster internet on average and better, more channels. You know? AT&T. I'm going to guess women and people that don't care about technology, family, large families, lots of fancy, granite and marble that don't have places for a coax jack, are gonna have to use these guys. Best thing about these guys, though, is just plug them in the wall, AC power supply, they connect through this guy, technically the router, not the modem. But let me tell you the big difference, guys. Look. So this, just to give you an idea of what all the U-verse boxes have. No digital coax. I don't know why. I mean, you got your composite, got your component, got an S-video, optical, of course, Toslink, HDMI, U-verse, USB for your eSATA and all that. Ethernet connection can come right out of there, so that's a good thing that both Time Warner and U-verse have. You hook these boxes up, say in another room, or say your garage, which I do a lot to work on the car, and you can connect a Cat 6, 7, 5 Ethernet cable out of here and get a direct wired connection to something that you need, like your TV, DVD player, I don't know, and access Netflix and stuff like that. So here's the main actual DVR from U-verse, but let me tell you, that is normally not hooked up, but this has to be. So, if you got AT&T U-verse and internet, you're going to have a coax feed just like you would with Time Warner Cable. However, it's only going into this guy, network connected through Cat 6 or 5 or 7 to this guy, Wi-Fi routed to this guy, Wi-Fi routed to all other boxes. Recording on this guy. Got your hard drive, I can see it in there, big, center disk spinning. So to look at the back of this, got your HDMI, no optical coax though, component, composite, stereo, coaxial, USB, but no digital coax. I don't know why. It's not a, gone way of listening to audio. I just prefer it if you don't, if your receiver has a lot of inputs, you're most likely going to have 3 to 4 optical inputs and then 2 or 3 digital coax. That's the main difference, people, with AT&T U-verse. Well, the internet guaranteed 15 megabits max with U-verse, even though you're paying for 24 megabits. Time Warner Cable is going to be 30 to 50 at least, minimum. Now, you can go with the everyday low price internet, but that's $15 for Time Warner Cable. So, U-verse, you got to have the U400 package to have HD. Anybody without a flat screen TV, I don't know how you're not going to have HD. You're going to have standard definition. It's going to be shit. Now, U-verse, the only other thing, we had the U450 package. You got to have that if you want movie channels. Time Warner Cable, everything's no contracted. AT&T is contracted for 2 years. Time Warner Cables, change it any minute you want, any day. Cheaper, better, faster internet. So, people that are more concerned with their space in their house are going to go with AT&T. People that are more concerned with technology, faster speeds, and more money are going to go with Time Warner Cable. There you have it. People, if you don't care about the remotes, which I do, just get something like this, please. Get something like this from Logitech. No, it's not. This is basically a universal remote that'll do everything. Look at this guy. Look at. I'll go to devices, activity. Look, I can swat. It's activities, but basically this has charge right there in the cradle, but this has little IR blasters, infrared blasters, mind you, that you can place for closed cabinet control. These little guys, and it's got 2 of them, can be placed for closed cabinet control, so you can put these outside of your cabinet and hardly see them, on the floor, behind you, or wherever, or multiple places even, out through this guy. It's got all these little ports out there, see that? So this guy is really useful. He's expensive. You can get a used one on eBay though. It's super useful. You want to power it through your surge protector or something like that if you can, but that's the deal, guys.